We are here, the first podcast show of, I almost said 2025, 2026.
Ooh, good catch.
With James, I'm Brennan. It is the second on this Friday of January. How was New Year's Day? We had our noon show, so once you were done.
Yes, good. Yes. So we make a traditional, I don't know if that's really the right word, a dish called Hoppin' John with black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas and cabbage, isn't that the thing?
Yes, but no cabbage.
That's what my family does.
Sure.
I remember eating when my mom or family made it, but I haven't. It's been years.
It's a southern dish, yeah. Black-eyed peas, onions, peppers, celery, and then pork. Some form of pork, whether it's usually like a pork. It's like bacon, salt pork is the name.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like literally it's like a block of pig stomach, whatever. And it's super salty and crispy and delicious. And so you make that, you put it with the vegetables and fry it up, and yum, it's delicious. Nice meal. I've had it every New Year's Day since I can remember.
Really?
Every single New Year's Day.
For good luck, right?
For good luck, yes, exactly. And it's just like a little tradition that you do. It's just something fun to do.
We have a couple of traditions for New Year's Day. Usually, lobsters somehow make an appearance.
Ooh, nice.
So we'll have those. Steph, who's awesome, my wife, has done that before. Or
like a whole lobster?
Lobster tail. Not the whole thing. I'm not going to pull them out of there at Wegmans at Baytown, and we go look at them.
You'll just buy the frozen tail.
Yeah, we haven't got to the point of telling the girls, you pull them out and then put them in the big pot and you hear them scream till it's over.
Till it's done.
Yeah, haven't done that. But we didn't do it this year. I did have some. I was trying to figure out what to make for dinner last night. And I said, I know I have some steaks frozen. And this is 2 days in a row that I've forgotten to take them out well enough ahead of time.
Sure.
And then I was going to try to figure it out. And then I said, Steph said, we don't have to do steak. And I said, okay, well, I've got some leftover hamburger meat from the night before that we got.
Yep.
We'll do some tacos. So I'm running up against it like hour and a half till I'm getting ready to be done for bedtime. And then I realized the hamburger meat was frozen. So I said, I'm not doing that. So I had to scramble around to find something else. And then she goes, I thought you ordered Chinese. And so I didn't do that either. So I ended up finding something to make some an Asian dish out of some barbecue beef and some rice and stuff I had in the fridge. So that's what we did.
Wow.
No tradition. It was just
scramble for a meal.
It was just scrambling around to do all of that.
Yeah. I'm a quick thaw guy. Quick thaw all the time.
I was about to just, find the pot, hottest water, throw the steaks in there and let it be done.
Yeah. I will try to, usually I'll, we get home early from work, throw a piece of meat in between two pieces of metal. That makes a big difference. So if you have like 2 cast iron pans, does a really good job, especially with a steak. If you take a steak and you put it in between 2 cast iron pans, it'll thaw like that.
Without putting water or anything? Just put it between it?
Because the convection of the temperatures gets exchanged much quicker through metal than it does through air. Or even with water, really. Water does it pretty quickly, but then, the water's kind of gross and you have to use a different pot. So just put it in between 2 pieces of metal. Goes like this. My dad taught me that. Works great.
Well, this is why I do this show. I work with you to learn that. Because I've always just done 2 sides to the sink, right side, fill it up with hot water, plastic bag container, whatever it is. Yeah. Put the salmon, put the steak, put the chicken in there.
I think it's too quick sometimes, and then the outside gets kind of like gross before the inside is still frozen.
Kind of cooked before you start cooking it?
Yeah, exactly. So, and what's like, if you get home and you're like 2 o'clock, think about what you need to do, and then throw it in between 2 pieces of metal.
I like that.
That's the best way to do it.
It's a great idea.
There you
go. We just got so busy yesterday, and full on Steph, my wife, did much of this yesterday. We have the new floor for the living room, which is coming next week. So finally catching up to the Gilberts of having some new flooring come in. Today we get the big delivery of pallets of whatever. So we were having to make room, and I was like, in one of our rooms, I said, "Oh, it's plenty big. It'll go in there." She's like, "Do you know how much flooring there's going to be?" I was like, "I don't know how much it's going to look like
it's
once
all in
it
boxes."
Ends. I know. I was like, maybe it's going to be like the corner of a room. She's like, it might be the whole room. And I was like, how many pieces did you get?
Yeah.
I was like, our living room's not that big. So that's showing up at some point today. But the whole thing was, I got home from work yesterday. All the Christmas decorations were down. Gone.
Wow.
Trees put up, bagged up. Stuff moving out of the living room, like all the kids' toy kitchen, anything else, everything but the full sectional and the TV was taken out of the room.
Wow.
And I was like, this looks pretty nice in here. Clean. There were no kids' toys or nothing. And sitting down, I was like, it just feels like so roomy and
organized.
Yeah, it was like great. And then she said, can you do something? And I was like, let me find something to pick up to go. I wanted to help out because she was home with the two girls doing all that. But she was awesome with it. So that's coming next week at the same time that she'll be on jury duty. She's going to go.
Oh, my gosh. Did the girls help clean, though?
They did. She said, we've done so much. They just, because they were just rolling with it. Next up, we'll take I think it's 8 pieces, the sectional apart, and then I've just got to find a place to put them in the house somewhere.
Yeah, my kids will complain hard about the initiation of going from either playing to cleaning or doing something to cleaning. But once they get going, it's like they're humming along. They figure it out.
We start singing clean up, and start doing all this.
Yeah, the songs and dancing
They get
around.
with it. And then all of a sudden, they've got the TV on when you're like busy and like they're sitting down to do all that. We're like, what? I thought we were making so much headway. Let's keep going.
Get back to work.
So that's all coming. Your decorations came down on the 26th though.
Pretty much right away.
Day
of right away. Put away got rid of the tree, put the decorations back. We're ready to move on. 26th, let's get going. And we like the tree takes up plenty of room in the living room. We wanted to make more room for that. So it was just full speed ahead to 2026.
Without the floor, we probably would have left it up for a while. Speaking of the new year and some kiddos, I was wondering yesterday after our show, I was like, we haven't heard from the hospitals. How about some new babies? Did we get any? And yes, we know of at least 2 bundles of joy that arrived in the early hours on New Year's Day. So there was Marlo Provo, born minutes after midnight, 12:03 at Highland, 6 pounds 5 ounces. Ding ding, if you wanted to know. Joins parents Sydney and Tim and her big brother Carmine. And then this couple, Holly and Frankie Trigg, who welcomed their 3rd daughter Amelia at Strong at 6:40 in the morning. Although Amelia was born a couple of days past her due date, would have been 2025 for that tax year, just to note. But
okay.
she'll be
sure. I know, just missed it.
She'll be for 26, and here's Mom talking about her entrance.
Yeah, so we actually didn't get here until around 6 in the morning. So we thought that there had to have been another baby born by then already. And she came very quickly. So by like 6:40, she was already born. And they told us she was the first baby of the new year. And we couldn't believe it.
And it's just been a cool experience, too, to hear the story of the 100-year anniversary as well. And then she's the first baby born in that centennial year is really cool.
This the best. The squeaks.
It's the best.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
It's so good, so good. If you're wondering, Amelia, 9 pounds, 15 ounces.
We might have to check that number. That is so big.
I know.
That's like the 99th. I'm looking at the numbers on right now because I had to look that up. If you're over 8 pounds, 13 ounces, that puts you in the 90th percentile.
Okay.
If you're over 9 pounds, that's almost a 10-pound baby. That is like unheard of. You really don't get babies that big.
They could have.
Maybe they might have fubbed the number.
They could have
or
taken
something.
off and put her back on, and maybe been that extra.
Yeah, that's like large. That's like you don't see that every day. And so maybe the baby's that big. It's possible, but
Do you know off the top of your head your children's birth weight?
7, 8, and then 7, 3.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
I couldn't tell you.
You don't remember.
Don't remember. And it was.
It's very busy.
Yeah.
Well, we made a game out of it. Like we all were betting. We wanted
Yeah.
to, you know what I mean? So it was like that. That was kind of a memorable moment that and my wife was over 8 pounds. So she thought it was going to be a big baby. I was kind of a bigger baby. So, and 7, 8 is like literally 50th percentile.
Yeah.
So that's very average.
I
So.
just have no idea. I was like, make up a number. 6'9",
Yeah.
6'7", whatever you want to call it. And it was like, I don't know. I do remember though being in the hospital, and there's a quiet stretch. We had we went in to be induced for the first one, ended up having an emergency C-section, and the other one was a scheduled C-section. So there was a time where it's a quiet period where you tell the family we're going in.
Right.
We'll talk to you on the other side.
Yes.
And send you the
We'll
picture.
FaceTime with the baby.
Yeah. And eventually when I did that, it was no one asked like, how is she? What color hair? How's mom? It was, what was her weight?
What's the weight?
Like
Yeah.
immediately.
What's
it
the
was
size?
from
Yeah.
parents and in-laws of just knowing that. And I was
Yeah.
like, I have no idea. I was like, I got to find the sheet to look at it, and
That's
still couldn't
funny.
tell you.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot going on, you know, in the especially with the C-section. Just gets so crazy.
it's just incredible, and I'm just the guy sitting there doing nothing. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
hold the baby first whenever they hand it, and then I walk it over. And
My
it's,
wife always loves to tell the story about how I was like getting doled over because I was like getting sick during the C-section, and it was because of I'm not good with like blood and
Yeah.
guts and surgeries and things like that. So I had like a juice box, and then I was like holding the baby while my wife was like puking next to me.
oh my god! I just, I was okay with it. I was like, I was just amazed because it's just a miracle that babies happen anyway. Trying to process that, but then like
Yeah.
the medical science and being able to just have C-sections just like scheduled. You come in, we do this, that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then boom,
Off you go.
baby's out. And I remember the first one was the anesthesiologist goes, "Hey, baby's coming out. Do you want to see?" So I
Yeah.
stood up, saw Brooklyn when she came out, and then
Yeah.
with Julia too, the same thing. The anesthesiologist said it's go time, and when Julia came out, as soon as they came out and suck her nose and
So you
pat
saw
her to
like
get
the
going.
whole, like the removal of the baby.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Yep.
No way, not for me.
Brooklyn when she came out,
I was like this.
cone head, and then when it's like the 4 pieces, and then your scalp just like settles
Yeah.
back in.
Yeah, yeah.
It's wild. And with Julia, as soon as she came out, she was not crying, just like crying mad.
Yeah.
She was not ready to come.
Yes.
It was the middle of an ice storm too. She probably knew it was.
She was cozy.
Yeah, late December, and but that was our experience.
Yeah, that's funny. No, this is not for me. Hospitals, medical stuff, I don't do good with it.
I think my brother-in-law passed out. Came close to
Did
it.
he? Yeah.
I do know a.
Well, there's a reason why they don't let you stand while holding the baby.
Oh yes,
You have to
yes.
sit.
Yes, sharing some of that.
Yeah.
So how about those memories?
funny.
Some other memories. We get ready to say goodbye to Highmark Stadium this week. Bills and Jets. The history there opened in 1973 for that first game, being called Rich Stadium, which I had not heard until this week.
No, I hadn't heard. Rich Stadium. It's
The Ralph, new era, Bill Stadium, of course, Highmark. Josh Allen, he wanted to know his record at home. It's 49-15, 7-2 in the playoffs. Fans going to the game, tickets haven't been that bad. Again, you might not see Josh Allen except for maybe a snap. He's still got the foot problem, and do they even want to play the starters anyway? So they're giving away these coins and some rally towels that look like tickets. So this is the coin from the first one.
Look
so
at
against
that.
Washington back in the 70s.
quote Redskins. It says there.
Commanders. Yeah.
Well, I'm just reading
I
what's
know.
on the screen.
I
here,
know.
Brennan.
Yes, I know. The inaugural game from way back when.
Yeah.
So they're going to have some a newer version of that will say the Jets, obviously, and then these towels that will look like printed tickets, so you can frame it after you write in your row,
Yeah,
ticket
that's
number,
cool.
and everything. That's kind of cool. And then the other thing, they are still asking for people to come out and shovel one more time.
Yeah.
$20 an hour, hot chocolate coffee as well.
How that works, I do not. You probably just try to dump it in these kind of the walkways, and then maybe that's
Go
where
through
they
and
have
push
the
it out?
little cat that probably
Oh,
comes.
you see all
in,
these buckets too. Yeah. Oh,
you
man.
know,
This
because you got to put it somewhere.
these images have to be, I don't know, recent games. Remember, the biggest one I recall was before they moved that Steelers playoff game to that
Yeah,
Monday,
they're like 70
from Sunday, and they were
inches,
trying to
something
move
like
it.
that.
Yeah, and it was just incredible. But I don't like
6
shoveling
feet
in
of
my
snow.
driveway. I don't want to go shovel in.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I do not. I mean, like I shouldn't say I don't like it. I don't mind it. Just pushing snow. There's something like satisfying about it because you're like you're working physically. There's that aspect to it, so you get that kind of dopamine hit. You're seeing what you're doing. You're like feeling like you're accomplishing something. So there's that. But still, like for an hour, you get $20. You're like, meh.
When you look back and see something clean, and like we've had like a foot of snow and it's like a sharp edge and you can see the path and everything, it was
Yeah.
kind of cool. It's just
Yeah.
like in the summer when you cut the grass and then turn around.
I don't think we know this. I'm curious about the stadium though, because we probably don't know this answer yet. But this game ends. Let's say we go a couple of games, and so the stadium's done now. The stadium's closed. You bring in the wrecker. You bring in the wrecking ball and just start going ham on it. Because ideally, the parking. If you've gone to a game lately,
Yeah.
it has been. I've been to one game since they were just putting up the new stadium. The parking is just horrendous right now. It's still this whole season. Home games have been really tough in
Yeah.
the parking department, and they need the space. So I am sure that their goal is to probably have this thing gone by fall 20. Do you know of this, or am I'm
I just
speculating?
looked it up. So
I'm curious
there
about
was a
it.
story in October. They the demolition is slated for next year.
March.
And so in the fall
Next year, as in this year?
this year, yeah, so 26,
yeah,
They put out a proposal looking for contractors looking to do that demo
Yeah.
work, and
Because you got to flatten that. You got to put some pavement on there.
because if the Bills win the Super Bowl, you're going to be that first Thursday game at home.
Yeah.
If not, you're probably going to get that Sunday night game or that Monday night game.
Yes.
The NFL
Right.
wants to do that to give you
Stadium
a
will
stadium.
obviously be ready, but I think the last thing you'd want is for game one of the 2026-27 season, and you're still swinging a wrecking ball around trying to knock it down. You know, that's like kind of not a good, because they're next to each other pretty much.
I know.
So
Especially with the fans around. You remember when they had the pit before they built the stadium, the giant hole, and people were jumping into it or falling into it?
yes,
And then it became
yeah,
the Bills Mafia joking that you had to make a sacrifice to break the jinx of like the playoffs. And they're
Yeah.
like, who can we throw into
Right.
the pit?
I know.
And then William Attar says, what did he say? Fall in the pit, something maybe about a quit. I don't know. But it was, it's just so bad.
a little OJ reference.
I was wondering, by the way, the scenario that has to play out for the Bills to have another
nice.
game
This is
in
good.
January.
Sweet.
So it's not going to happen. It's like Powerball odds
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
The things that
they're
need
going to be in the
line
wild
up.
card. So basically, the way it sums up from this Sports Illustrated article, the hypothetical that would give the Bills a home playoff game. So you have to imagine the wild card weekend results of not only everything happening this weekend, but also next weekend.
Oh, okay.
So the Bills
That
would
makes
have
sense.
to win. You need the Chargers, Texans to lose this weekend so they can move up. So they play the Steelers. You would need the Texans to go beat New England and the Chargers to upset the Jags in Jacksonville. That kind of chaos would leave 3 wildcard teams plus the 1 seed Denver Broncos alive for the divisional round. And with the Bills as the 5 seed, they would host the 6.
Ah, okay.
It could happen.
I could see that happening. I think the biggest thing would be the Patriots losing. I could see Jags beating the Chargers for
Yeah.
sure. But I think the Patriots losing, that's going to be
Well,
tough.
you would have to have the Chargers have to lose to the Broncos for sure this weekend, which they could. They're not playing Justin Herbert.
They're going to lose.
You need
yeah.
the Texans to lose against the Colts, which maybe Phillip
Yeah.
Rivers can do
Oh,
something.
yeah. No, that's probably not going to
And
happen.
the Steelers for sure have to beat the Ravens to have
Right.
that too. Yeah. So just some things
It's
to
kind of
happen.
fun, though.
That's why I was wondering because we kept saying all week,
Right.
what's likely, perhaps, probably, and then we turned it to it's the last regular season game at the stadium. That's what we
Right.
had. We got more coming your way on the pod. Some mouth-on-mouth action.
Oh,
Not
boy.
us. It was a story that we had on Sunrise. Back here on the pod.
Yes.
With James, second cup of Sunrise. We were talking during the break because in the first segment we talked about our experiences of being in the hospital, C-sections, just the incredible moments when you become a dad. And I was all good with it. That's what I mentioned. And then
Yeah.
I remembered that there was one time, and someone had warned me about this, where I was just like, you realize how real it is.
Yeah.
And it's when everything's done and, they're getting ready to have mom stitched up and everything okay. We're
Yeah.
not trying to gross people out. It's just experiences. We're all going through life doing this. When the nurse and then like the other nurse and they start calling out these numbers
Yeah.
where it's like 17, 17, 5, 5, 31, 31.
Yeah.
And then you realize what they're doing. And they're putting gauze, hooks, gloves, stuff back, either throwing it away or back in whatever container.
Mm-hmm.
And it's making sure that everything's out.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Didn't
wow,
lose anything.
that system. Yeah. So that
Probably
was the one.
because there was a moment in the past when they did lose something in there.
Yeah, probably years ago when something happened.
They're like,
And
we need
yes.
some protocol so this doesn't happen again.
And then I thought of the Junior Man episode from Seinfeld of when
Oh,
Kramer
yeah.
Johnson falls right in.
Yes.
Yeah. That would not be on the board to check.
Did she lose a lot of blood?
I don't, I mean, yes, it's in surgery in the room, but it was no major concern or anything that I know of. It's
For the first one, Lauren, we lost like 6 quarts of blood.
It is
It was a lot of blood.
of just how routine it is for doctors and when they schedule this. I mean, these hospitals may have 5 to 10 babies on a given day.
Sure.
You know?
Yep.
And when you have the first time we went through it was emergency C-section, middle of the night. It was just, the heart rate was dropping a little bit. They were like, we got to go 15 minutes and it's done. Julia, it was just like pick up and delivery. Like you go, you wait around all day. I had breakfast I could eat because I wasn't going to surgery.
Right.
And we went and had her. And then
afternoon.
it was in the afternoon. It was like 1 o'clock. I had the whole day. And Steph couldn't do anything from midnight till then.
Wow. We made sure it was in the morning.
And we showed up. They're like, call the day before, make sure what time. And they said 1.
Yeah.
I think that's what time it was.
Interesting.
And 1, and then
What
by
hospital?
1:30 it stopped.
Strong?
We were strong
Yeah.
for Jules. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Highland for both of us.
We were at Highland for Brooklyn. Yeah.
Interesting. Switched. Which one did you like better? I mean, the emergency versus scheduled is like a night and day. So.
Well, the first one with Brooklyn, it was in late March of 2020. As
it's like
the world was just about shutting down.
dramatically
And
different
so, I mean,
experience.
they kept us on the wing. Like, we couldn't even go out into the lobbies. Like, I could just walk up and down a hallway for the week we were in the hospital.
We had no idea.
They were great going through that. I mean, there were like 8 people in total on that floor the whole time.
Oh man,
They were awesome doing that. And then at Strong, it was nice too. The same.
Yeah, sure.
We only switched just because providers.
Both
it was
good
just
hospitals.
in the system. Yeah, so that's what we had. I saw this story in our rundown this morning, and I was kind of like, wait a second. It's about kissing, and all this old video of things and stuff of goats, rams, bears kissing. There's a study, some scientists in the UK who are investigating the origins of smooching, and they say kissing dates back more than 21 million years, and that Neanderthals, our ancient human relatives, probably did it too. They say with no obvious survival or reproductive benefit, the shared habit remains an evolutionary mystery, but these British scientists hope that this intimate insight will spark more studies into why we and so many other animals do kiss.
Man.
Who knew that they were like, it's 2026, or 2025. Let's go back and look at this and figure it out.
20 million years ago, we're still like primates.
Yeah.
Really,
And
we're still like very early.
someone somewhere just
It's a
gave a little
long
pep.
time ago.
And then there's the whole research into some people kiss once on the cheek, twice, 3 times.
Oh, for like in Europe and stuff for greetings and things like that.
that was part of the same story I was looking at.
Talk about baby kisses, man. Those are just magical.
It is the best. Whenever
Getting a smooch from your 2-year-old, it's so special.
it is, and I'm sitting here. I'm looking at it on my phone because I was getting a call from my wife, and I'm wondering, oh boy, are we talking too much about
She's listening.
having
She's
babies
like,
on the pod?
Hey, stop
And
airing
it's,
my.
no, they're going to dance. They were just calling to say I love you. See, that's the best part of having the kids. They love you unconditionally, no matter what happens. The kisses, whenever I leave for work in the morning, the girls are always like, they wake up and ask my wife, "Did Dad kiss us?" And it's no matter what.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes, and they're like, "How many times?" And now we've gotten up to 11. It has to be.
You have to kiss them 11
So
times.
11 times for both.
Gosh, that's a lot of smooches.
Yes, but it's whenever if they're slightly awake and I go kiss them, they'll just reach up in the biggest hug.
Yeah.
It's the best, man.
Magical.
The best.
I don't get that.
No?
No, I don't. The kids are in their own rooms.
Well,
I get my love during the
you
day.
get your sleep
and I also
and
get
they
my
get sleep.
sleep.
Yeah,
that's-
no.
You take the good with the bad.
no, we are overnight potty training with the oldest. So
Yeah.
my duty is now that I wake her up,
Yeah.
take her to the bathroom, put her back down, and that's when I get that big hug.
There
Yeah.
you go. And 11 kisses.
What a show today. Who knew we were going to do this? This is just dad love.
Babies.
Loving it up. We've got no more time. That's it.
Wait, really quick.
Okay.
I did not like babies before I had babies.
Whoa. Not at all.
Not really. I was like, nah. Like babies, I didn't think they were cute. I was like, okay. I knew I wanted kids, but now that I have kids, I love all kids and I love other people's kids. I think they're all cute and all great.
I would hold like cousins, let them take a nap on me, whatever it may be.
Wasn't into
It
kids.
was the best. It was the best. Wasn't it, kids? Bye. Have a great
Different
weekend.
now.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.